Has it become socially unacceptable to get naked in locker rooms? I can only speak to this from a male's perspective, but I haven't run into this when I have needed to get changed in the locker rooms. Seen plenty of nakedness in the changing rooms. They're usually facing the wall of lockers instead of facing everybody. Maybe that's what happened? The locker room is a naked place. You are supposed to change there. People are getting weird. Yeah, I was getting dressed after a shower and heard some old ladies whisper to themselves loudly and in my direction about how being naked in public can get you arrested, as if the locker room at a private gym is considered public. It took all my strength not to bend over and look at them from between my legs so they could know exactly how weird it could get. Old man balls always swinging in the male changing room, lol. Nah, I go full birthday suit. But I was also in the army for 6 years. So it's no big deal for me. I don't walk around naked and try to stay turned away from everyone. But I don't have any qualms about other women seeing me naked. That's on them if they look. Tears of joy. I know what you mean, and I have felt this. I am a woman in my mid-40s. California. And I personally don't feel uncomfortable changing in a women's locker room. But I've definitely noticed an increase in prudishness over the last 20 years. I don't know why this is happening, but something about it seems weirdly paranoid to me. And it seems counter to other trends in young women who otherwise seem more comfortable in their bodies than women my age were. Woman shrugging, light skin tone. Not at the YMCA in the US. Can't speak to Australia. Totally normal for everyone showering and changing and being naked. It wasn't weird when I worked at a YMCA in the US just a few years ago. Occasionally I had to go into the women's locker room for one reason or another, and often ran into someone fully nude. Usually it was an elder for our elder-specific classes. But I digress. 99% of the time when I go to the Y, I have my kids, boy and 2 girls. So we use the family changing rooms. But on the few occasions I've used the regular men's locker room, some will try to hide themselves with a towel. But there are plenty of bare butts to be seen. It's not a big deal for men still, but yes, for women. It probably has something to do with body image issues being more prevalent in women, aka thinking everyone's looking and judging. Plus, I DK about you, but I see women posing for selfies in the freaking locker rooms for sometimes 15 minutes at a time. God forbid someone capture me naked in their selfie. Good Lord. Last time I used a public changing room, a guy that must have been 60-ish was defiantly Captain Morganing on a bench, full hog, while socializing with anyone who would listen. I finished changing, went into the gym, did my routine, about an hour, went in to shower and change, and homie was still in there. I just use toilet stalls now. It's brief naked space, not shake hands and talk about Red Sox space. There are 2 types of locker rooms. Ones with changing stall and ones without. It sounds like your does not have changing stall. So where else are you supposed to change? 100% A-OK. Edit. I use the women's locker room and think all these people saying that it's a gender difference are idiots. I've gone to like 4 different locker rooms the past little bit. I travel a good bit. And haven't had any weirdness. And for 2 of the 4 others were changing as well. So I don't think it's just a me being oblivious thing. People are getting so weird. That's what a locker room is for. Changing clothes. People in gyms that have pools must lose their minds. Lol. I could see maybe if there were more private areas to change behind, some people may have been put off by doing it in the open. But even so, Locker rooms are meant for you to change in. Especially in a beach locker room. Expect flashes of naked people. I've always found a general lack of okayness with nudity in Australia. I grew up here with a family that did not care about nudity and learned very quickly from school. Changing rooms that you must never actually get changed in them. It was only after I started swimming early morning at the local pool with a bunch of old ladies who no longer cared that I decided I also no longer care. Too many phones on people's persons now. I don't want a strip where there's a dozen recording devices that don't belong to me in my immediate vicinity, even if I think the chances of creep shots are low. In South Africa, everyone wanders around naked after gym. Being naked in the locker room to shower and get changed equals acceptable. Spending a lot of time in there and making an effort to be seen naked by as many people as possible equals not cool. I've always been too shy to change in front of others when I was young. Always went into the stalls to change. I'm better now, but there's some days I could still be too awkward.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.